Yay. Alrighty, y'all. Let's get this show on the road. So tonight's meeting is to basically go over our agenda going into this next reign, and then going over some of our fundamentals with Immortal. Traditionally, we do 3 classrooms going into Immortal. However, I do believe that a majority of our player base has experienced Immortal, and we can help our players that have never experienced Immortal to catch up and be guides for them to get them up to speed. So we're just going to do a quick rehash of expectations and requirements for Immortal, kind of what to expect. And then we're going to go into the overall agenda and objectives that we have assigned to us as one of the 3 clans in our alliance. So go to first and foremost, the Immortals are going to be Vanguard, so it's their turn. Alpha will get their turn 2 reigns from now. So we will go Shadow the reign after this, and then we will go Immortal as the actual reigning Immortal. So we have some time to really solidify all of our fronts and to really truly polish everything necessary. Now, with going into this next reign, obviously everyone that's in Alpha right now, we did our top 100. We thoroughly went through everyone, not only in Iron, but through Blood as well, that people wanted to ascend to Alpha for the Immortal Reign. We base off of 2 things. That is both attendance and activity. Now, why do we do that? Most of the other clans, they look at resonance and things like that. The reason why we look at attendance and activity is the reason why we have been extremely successful is because we can man almost 90 people for vigils and wars. Okay, you guys seen an example last night of how we completely outnumbered Hell's Angels. We deployed 30 people in 10 seconds on their ass. They had no idea what hit them. And people on their end were basically talking about how they were getting their shit pushed in on every level. So beautiful execution last night, guys. Our objective going into this next reign is a big one. Okay. Not only are we trying to seek winning all 3 sets of our vigils as an alliance, but we are also pushing for successfully winning all 10 of our ROE matches across the board. So on the table, Vanguard is going to be taking on Azuki, Reckoning, and SBG in ROEs. That leaves us and Atronym to take care of the other 7 matches across our 2 clans. Now, this is not an easy feat, guys. Majority of the time, most clans will dodge. They will basically deploy their strong troops where they know it's guaranteed. We are going for a power move, okay? We have been working and practicing and building ourselves up for a very long time. Our time is now, guys. The golden years of the legions has begun. Okay, we are no longer the small guy on the block. We are one of the most powerful clans on this server. Okay, that is not a small feat. This is not something that was built overnight. Okay, we have worked on this for a very long time. What we've accomplished is by far just priceless. Okay, but now we have a responsibility as being one of the top 6 clans to really push big progression, and that means server progression. Okay, when it comes to us being on the Immortal stage, we're still the new kids on the block. Even though we've been here forever, we're still the new kids on the block. This will be our 3rd reign going in as Immortal. For some of us, we've done a dozen Immortal reigns, but with other people. So we're building a reputation, we're building a status on this server, and the momentum that we have, guys, is absolutely amazing. A lot of the other clans are very much respecting what we stand for, what we represent, and how we operate. And fights like last night, everyone on the server was rooting for us to clean sweep Hell's Angels, and we were successful. So now we're looking at balancing the server for real. Now, Reckoning, Azuki, SPG, they're very old clans. They're very established, guys. But the difference between us and them is we're hungry, okay? And our whole alliance is hungry. Whereas they've been sitting at the top spot for a very long time. And now things are changing. The momentum is shifting. And we are in an opportunity and a position to take it for real. So we have a lot to work for and to push over the next 6 months. And when we get our shot at going immortal as being the acting immortal, I want to have a successful blessed reign with us in charge. So we need to really navigate and polish what we have going for this reign. Execution is not an easy one. Okay, we have a lot of weight that's going on our shoulders. So with our attendance and our activity, it's impeccable, guys. We need to upkeep that and maintain. Make sure that we're showing up when we say we're going to show up. When we base our requirements, when we give everybody the questions, that's because, guys, this is a commitment. There are people that have played this game for 3 years and are wish to be in your guys' shoes. You guys are exceptional. Like, I wouldn't trade you guys for anyone. And so for us to be in this position, we must maintain excellence. And I expect that from everyone in Alpha. And going forward with like the needs of what the legions require, we also need iron to be reinforced. Okay, we need iron in those vigils in the next 2 days. So we're going to be asking people to move around for the first week to ensure we get that position. Vigils is it is the game, guys. Wars is a very rudimentary level to what Vigils really represents on this server. And that 4% buff, you don't get that for Shadow War, okay? You get that for Vigils. And us being immortals, it is imperative that we win at least 2 of the 3 of those. Otherwise, it makes it very hard for our ROEs to be successful. So, so we need to really buckle down, and we need to really set ourselves straight with what agendas and goals we need to achieve. So going into day 1, okay, cool thing is we don't have to transfer anybody. All movement's been done. This is going to be super smooth. Okay. At the end of the challenge of the immortal tonight, we will be assigning badges. We are going to be assigning badges in alpha based off of activity and attendance, with the fact that we do need to cater to some of our heavy hitters as well. So we will be doing an equal balance of that. The Titans go through a lot, guys, to maintain and keep us in the position that we're in. They do have to be rewarded for that. The rest of the badges will go to activity and attendance. It's going to be an even split. So I've got 16 badges to distribute. 8 of those will go to Titans. The other 8 will go to activity and attendance. Going forward into future
Eagle,
reigns.
can I say one thing?
Go ahead.
Getting back to what you said about the people not having to move over. One exception is that we have to bring Alex Hart over because one of the people couldn't make. Okay. All
Yep.
right. Cool.
Yep.
All right.
We're good there.
Yeah. In regards to what I'm talking about for movement, guys, we need iron specifically to get into top 3. And that means we will need to borrow people, if need be, from both Blood Legion and Oblivion. And Oblivion has also let us know that they will help us out to get into that position. Doesn't mean those people will stay there for the entire reign. They could literally bounce back after Tuesday night, or they could stay for the first week. but we will need some volunteers to step up into iron to get their Path of Blood done, to get their vaults done and their 20 quests done, because we need those numbers. We've got other clans that do not want to see iron in that visual spot. Okay. It is a massive power move, guys, for us to get that. Okay. It is more important than top 10 or anything else. Getting that visual spot is imperative. Okay. It is not a joke. It is a necessity, and it is part of what we have as an agreement to make sure that we uphold our end of the alliance. So we will be talking to people, and I've already talked to Nug. Nug is going to basically see how many people he's going to need to make sure that we have all of our positions covered. If people are not active on the first day, they will be temporarily moved out of iron. So everyone in iron needs to put their feet down and start running with their quest right off the rip tomorrow. Who's got background noise? 2 seconds. Okay, thanks. I can. Oh, yeah. Assuming you got background noise going, brother.
Oh, that's weird. I was muted.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so that's what we need to accomplish with iron tomorrow. Then from that point, we will be pushing into first day of Immortal. Okay, very very important, guys. When we start doing our quests for the Immortal quests on first day, second day, or sorry, the first day, only spend the one sigil. Do not dump all your sigils on the first day. Just spend the one sigil to complete your quest. We will announce in clan mail when to dump sigils. It is extremely important, guys, that we do not screw this up. Everyone across the board. We need to dump sigils when it is told, okay? It'll be announced in the Discord. It'll be announced in clan mail. Do not dump your sigils for the first 2 weeks until you're told. The reason why is that's how we get Keons super quick. If we dump sigils at certain points when we have that buff turned on, then we can basically raise our rank extremely fast, and then we can open up more Keons so we get into there quickly and efficiently. So
doesn't it auto dump everything we have whenever we contribute now? It contributes everything in your bag, so you kind of don't want to. You want to avoid the hill spender, all that type of stuff. It's kind of a dance. You hit contribute and it just takes everything.
Well, if you contribute the one and then do the rest of your stuff, then you're good.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So you got to make sure that you do it early, because if you don't do that one, then it's going to take everything in your bag and you're not having control of it.
Correct. You are correct about that.
We used to be able to have to do them one at a time, but now so we got to make sure you do that. That contribution one is one of your first ones as soon as you get a sigil.
Correct. And it's really important that we do this right, guys, because otherwise Keons come really slow and then people get frustrated because we're sitting at over a week and a half with no 5 Keons out there. So within the first 2 weeks, we should have all 5 Keons up and going very quickly. So yeah, that's the first objective that's been asked of us to complete. Again, with vaults, we all know the drill with vaults. We were impeccable last Alpha Rain for vaults. Let's keep that same momentum up and that same activity. We killed it. We did almost 50% of the contributions of vaults just with our clan. So let's maintain that. I know there's going to be a different fire with Vanguard as well. They kind of took the back seat last rain. They're going to be doing some things different this rain. So, let's make sure that we're ready and available. Our boots are polished and laced, and we're ready to rock and roll. Vigils, first 3 Sundays, guys, unless it is literally something super important going on in real life, I need you there, okay? And if you cannot make vigils, you need to announce it to the All Clan Away channel so we can notify so I do not put you into a roster. Okay. Vigil rosters, guys, take between 3 to 4 hours to build. They're extremely complex and they take a lot of work to put in. If I don't have you in there, or if you say you're going to be there and then you don't show up, not only is that going to knock you for the future, but then you're screwing your entire division up too, because I build things around composition. So if you notice, there's a lot of people that were in the last reign that aren't here. And that's because either they did not attend the vigils like they said they were, um, or they had a lack of it. Guys, we are the tip of the spear here. Okay. There is no wiggle room. Okay. If you have real life going on, communicate it so we can work with you. But if you just no call, no show, you won't go forward with another immortal reign. Like, we have plenty of people that are hungry and wanting to be here. We are going to maintain that. That is, we are alphas. We're not bravos. Okay. So let's make sure that we give this the energy that it deserves. It's going to be 7 weeks of a lot of adventure and a lot of crap to do. So let's take this on. Now, after vigils, we're going to be going into ROEs. ROEs, we're going to be having 7 matches. So you guys remember with last reign, we were getting sprinkled here and there. We're going to have a lot more people involved with ROEs this upcoming reign. So me and Danath are going to be coordinating on what matches we're going to be taking, and we're going to be sending people in there to go get the job done. We have 0 room for failure, guys. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to establish dominance on the server. We are really shooting for 10-0 every week, from 4th week all the way to the end of the reign. Now, if we lose it, it is what it is. But we need to put forth as much effort as possible to ensure that we help complete this 10-0. So I think we have all the tools and the resources. It's up to us to execute. So that is the biggest mission that we have on the table. What that's going to do server wise is we're trying to balance the server. Like Azuki Reckoning and SBG, they are heavier than us, but we have a lot more momentum, we have a lot more drive, and honestly, I think we have a lot more intelligence on this side as well. What we're able to do strategically outperforms them, and we showed that this last reign. So we have what it takes. We just need to execute it, and we need to make sure that we're all on the same page. So that is the biggest thing. Obviously, we're going for a blessed reign again. So, this is something that we need people to get used to, guys. Like, we are in the big seat. Okay, we're no longer the small dogs. We're not the clan that's coming up. We're an entire community that has a lot of presence on this server, not just with Alpha, but with Iron and Blood too. They all look at us the same, and they really admire what we do on this server. So I commend all of you for your dedication, your hard work, and just your perseverance to making this clan be what it is. So with that, Keons, the first Keons, when that does open up, will be Vanguard only. The next day after that will be open to the rest of the clans, but that is something complimentary for Vanguard being the Immortal clan. They will go in their first day. Once you do go in on the first week, just only go once, please. That way everyone gets a shot at getting into Keons on the first week. Second week, it's whoever goes in, so it doesn't really matter after that. But first week, we have a limited amount of Keons. Times will be listed. I know that the way that Birthday Cake's wanting to do this, for the officers that are unlocking Keons, he's going to have a Vanguard officer in each one. And then we will have either somebody from Atronum or somebody from Alpha to also help unlock as well. So we're really working on fusing and integrating all 3 of the Alliance clans into just a really giant community, guys. So a lot of work's going into this, a lot of coordination's going into this. If you really think about it, there's 500 people involved in this alliance. So actually more than that, because we have JSG as well. So this is really special, guys. A lot of hard work over the years has been put into this, and it's up to us to knock it out of the park. And I know we're capable of doing that. So with that, I do want people, if this is your first Immortal Reign, say something in Alpha Chat, please. We're gonna make sure everyone's got their Alpha tags so they can see the Alpha Chat in this Discord. As well, you also need to be in the Immortal Alliance Discord as well. So I know Nev just posted the Alliance Discord. Beautiful. Awesome. So please use those. Please utilize those. We use those a lot during the Immortal Reign. Couple things. Respect is a big thing, guys. When we have that yellow chat, that is not for just shooting the shit and just saying whatever like you normally would in like clan chat. Please be respectful. Please know that there are 3 different communities sharing that same Immortal chat. We had some issues obviously last reign. Those people are no longer with us. Let's be respectful. Please just think about what you say before you say it. If you have an issue with somebody in another clan, do not go out there outside the bubble and start some shit. Come through our chain of command. Talk to an officer. It'll get in front of us and we will deal with it accordingly. Okay. We're not having the kind of drama that we had with Marfisto like we did that last Immortal Reign. That was completely unnecessary, and the amount of energy that it took from the people that just wanted to play the game was unfair. So let's have a no drama reign. Marfisto was his own case. He's no longer with us. It's been a breeze ever since. So if you have any concerns, if you have any issues, please bring it up the chain. We're all ears. There's over 25 officers, guys, in the legions. We have plenty of people that can attend to issues if they come up. So just know we got your back. We're here for you. We're here to support you. But communicate, please. That's the only way we can get things done is if communication is done. I think that covers pretty much it.
Can I add something real quick, Eagle? Just kind of tagging on the last thing. If it's your first time doing this, your second time, and something you don't understand, like why a situation is or a system is, or like what's going on, or like something seems like it's not the way it should be, and you have questions about it, I promise there's almost always an answer and a reason why things are the way they are. So the situation last train too, on top of being like a ridiculous drama that should have never happened, all happened just because somebody didn't understand how shit works. Basically, it was their first time. So it's okay to ask questions if stuff doesn't make sense to you. Just do that, and we'll clue you in. We'll teach you.
Absolutely. Thank you for that, Nug. So yeah, we're a family, guys. We're a community. We're here to have fun, enjoy this game, have a release from life. We don't entertain drama and toxic BS. An Immortal Reign can go south really quick. If we don't uphold that expectation across the board. So that's why we are the way we are in regards to just no drama policy. So, but we're always here to help. That is what the legions are. That is the Legion way. We're here to help. We're here to guide. We're here to teach. So you guys can get the most out of this game and enjoy this community for everything it's about. So, with that, Nev, if you want to close it off, and then we'll answer questions.
For those who might not be terribly familiar, can we have a classroom based on min-maxing? Oh, believe me, I understand, and I did read it, but it was still confusing. Just the last rain, I remember looking at it and going, what in the hell am I doing? So for those folks who might not quite glean the information, because it definitely was a whole lot easier having a conversation with somebody who was adept at it than it was to simply read through the guide. So I don't know if that would be helpful for anyone else. I know it was very, very helpful for me to have a conversation compared to reading through a guide.
I think we can cater to that. I would say next Sunday, because we will be getting, visual rosters ready and all that good jazz. I would say next Sunday, maybe like 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, we can do about a 30. It would only take about 30 minutes to kind of go over the min maxing for Immortal and just kind of the step by steps.
Are we talking about sigil maxing? Is that what you're?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you guys want, so by Tuesday, our 2-day race will be done, and on Wednesday, that'll kind of be our third day, and when all the Immortals will kind of be going active or whatever. So Wednesday night, if I can hop in for like just a quick kind of informal conversation. The thing about the conversation is it makes a lot more sense once you have actually clicked on the stuff and like know what the menu looks like and all that stuff. It's one of those things where like you can read about it ahead of time and try and prepare yourself mentally, but until you actually go through the motions of clicking the buttons and seeing what you're supposed to be doing, and it'll make a lot more sense for how to sigil max. So I can do just a quick evening conversation on Wednesday night or Thursday night. I'll throw it out there, and that's kind of when everybody who's maybe going to be needing to learn that will be ready to actually learn it anyway.
I couldn't agree with you more, Nug, and I'm very, very grateful for your tutelage. I know that you were an excellent teacher, and it really made a tremendous difference for me last rain. And I know not everybody learns really, really well by simply reading a guide. So thank you for offering up that service.
Yeah, no, it's a quick thing. It'll take like 10, 15, 20 minutes at the most, depending on if people have. Yeah. Yeah.
Nevia, thank you very much for that as well. Because guys, I got to say the teaching aspect of Legion has been such a blessing. I cannot share enough. I have learned more in the time that I've been with Legion than I learned everything that I did before joining Legion. So thank you.
Welcome.
What we're here for, man. Happy to help.
Quick question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Just how much min-maxing are we expected to do? I'm just curious. I mean, it's fairly difficult to do a min-max every week all the way until Saturday.
If you're doing
There's
your
no
shit,
expectations. There's no expectations of it. Min maxing is just for the people that want to push for the top. The only thing we require is just activity on a week to week, 3 weeks of vigils, and at least 4 vaults a week. That's all we expect. You don't.
Okay,
It is not
so is there a benefit? Because I made sure I was in the top 10% last rain. But I don't know if there was really a benefit for me doing that. And if there is a benefit, I'm happy to try to do it again.
For sigils, benefit is for the gear at the end of the week. So the gear that's in the vault, we get access to that at the end of the week. That goes based off of your vault progression for the week, and making sure that you're doing your activity throughout the week as well. Those sigils stack up to where you're competing against the top 300 of the entire Immortal reign. So when you go into bid for your gear, the higher you are, the more likely you are to get the gear that you bid for. That gear is 1 week ahead. So Immortals get access to gear that's a week in advance. And so when you catch up to that Paragon within a day or two, then you're basically getting into gear that's 1 week ahead of all the shadows. So that's the advantage.
Well, that
But alpha doesn't. There's like alpha doesn't benefit in some way from the min maxing. I'm talking about not benefiting myself. Is there a
The
benefit
clan.
to the clan?
We get Kion sooner.
more min-max means more sigils.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More sigils
So
donated
it does
to
help.
clients. That's the
It helps
benefit.
the entire Immortal reign by the more people that min max. So you're actually helping the entire reign if you min max and get additional sigils. Because I think the normal account of sigils, if you just get the base, I believe is 84, but you can get that all the way up to like 100 and was it like 110 or something like that, or 108 if you min max?
I think so. It's something like just over 20%.
Yeah. Yeah, you can do a
So,
lot of two sigil things.
yeah.
So
And if we get a shit ton of people that are min maxing, then when you look at like all the reigns that have ever happened on this server, we actually rank at the end. We actually rank against those reigns, and I think our last reign we were in the top 3. Just was what we did. So we could take we were second. We could take the number 1. So
Oh,
I
there's
mean,
a good reason right there. Yeah. Okay, got it.
yeah, there's a lot of bragging rights when it comes to that kind of stuff. So, yep. So I hope that helps and encourages everybody. Something else I forgot to bring up as well. I will be appointing a new war council. So, like I talked to you guys, every reign I'm trying to transition people in the war council. So that means captains, commanders, and scouts. So I'm going to go back through. I'll be talking to people. I'll be reaching out to people. If you just happen to show up in Pantheon War Council, it's because I think you got potential to really help with vigils and wars. So, well, minus the wars, we won't have wars for Immortal, but for vigils, it's a very hands-on. We get everyone included and up to speed very quickly with strategies, agendas, getting people ready, getting the divisions ready. It's very fun and interactive for the people that do want to participate. If you don't want that responsibility and I pick you, please let me know and I will find somebody else. But I will be rotating commanders. There will be new commanders this reign. I think my last reign I had Nev, Giggity, and Jared. Guys, thank you so much. You guys did amazing jobs. We had very successful wars, a very successful reign. Appreciate your hard work. We will be appointing new commanders this reign. We might have some people that are still remaining as captains. I will be using some people that are same as scouts, but I will go back through this week and reappointing a new war council for this current reign. So just so you guys know. And if you're interested in a position, I am handpicking commanders, but if you would like to be a captain or a scout, please message me. Any other questions?
I got a general comment,
Okay.
and this may have already been said. I may have missed it. If do not do any shadow related quests tomorrow before things get shifted over. This was not understood in one of the previous reigns, and someone was unable to become an immortal because of it.
Very good, Jared. So just so you guys know, I will be waking up at 3 a.m. server time to transition us into Immortal. So most people should be waking up. But if we are not transferred into Immortal yet, please do exactly what he just said. Do not do a Shadow Quest at all. We are not Shadow. Alpha is not Shadows going into the next one. For Iron and Blood, same thing. If you are still adventurer, do not do a Shadow Clan beforehand because it will remove you from the clan. Wait till your clan is transitioned, and then you can start doing your stuff. Great point, Jared.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing too. Don't do any of the Shadow Quest.
Hey, for clarity,
I'm
you
on race
said
with you. I
Alpha.
bet you I get up before you do, buddy.
You said Alpha don't do any Shadow Quests either?
Correct.
All right.
In Alpha.
All right. Thank you.
For Iron and Blood, though, once you guys are dark, then you guys can go apeshit.
And for Iron, it's just Alex is the only one that's still in Iron that's going to go to Alpha for next rain, right? Okay.
Yes.
So what's going to happen in Iron is Iron when we get the 3 a.m. server roll. I'm going to remove Alex from Clan so that he's free and is still an adventurer, and then I'll convert it to Shadows. That way, Alex does not become a Shadow and ruin his bidding at becoming a mortal. So just heads up on that, Alex. And for everyone else, you should be able to go 3:02 a.m. if you're up early or up late or whatever that is for you, and you want to start hammering away. We're going to be going for shadow activity right off the cuff. It's a race, and it's a hard race for the first 2 days, but really it's the only thing that matters for the next 2 months, next 7 weeks is what we do in these next 2 days. So let's get it. Our goal is going to be 3 million shadow activity points to put us in the top 3. So
beautiful.
So we're going to probably get the nod to contribute all our sigils on Tuesday. Is that right?
Whenever they give us the go ahead, it'll be either in Clan Mail or on the Immortal Alliance Discord. So I trust me, you'll get the deal. And if you post in Clan Chat, if you can't find it, you post in Clan Chat, I guarantee you 5 or 6 people are going to message and be like, "Hey, no, we wait till tomorrow," or "Yeah, we're good today."
which channel did you say again for first timers that are for their first Immortal Reign? Where should they make a post?
In Alpha Chat. Alpha Chat.
Alpha Chat in our general. Okay.
Yep. I'll copy it and throw it in the public chat right now so they can easily see it.
Thank you for that.
Yep.
Danath and his crew do a pretty good job of outlining min-maxing in Discord during the rain and the Alliance Discord.
Yep. All right. Any other questions?
I didn't have a question. I just had a comment, Evil.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say there's lots of ways to contribute to an Immortal Reign. If you're really active, maybe min-maxing's the thing for you. But if you don't have all the time, nothing's more impactful than defending the vault. So you could just make time for that time slot. There's plenty of ways to contribute.
Oh, real quick, for people that have never done Immortal Vaults before, don't show up at 12 or at 7. You want to show up 15 minutes before. People are picking their groups 15 minutes before. So it's either at 11:45 or 6:45 when basically all the teams or all the people are coming together. You can either ride with Legionnaires or you can try to get into groups with Vanguard or Atrium. We encourage it all, but we do want people to participate. It really sucks if you come right at that time at 12 or 7. Most of the teams are already built, guys. It's really hard to get into a squad. if you show up at that time. Show up 15 minutes early. That gives you plenty of time to try to get into a group so you can run vaults. And please run vaults for the entire hour. If you can't commit to that, let your group know.
I'm making food, Mom.
I want to say also that it does help to play with the other groups or the other clans. You make good friendships, and it also ties the clan more tightly together.
100%.
If you have the ability to pick a group that you consistently work with, that makes a big difference as well.
Absolutely. And we're going to try to do our best, guys, to have big dog teams to try to help shield for the smaller teams as well. I mean, it's not going to happen every time. Mondays are going to be always crazy because it's going to be like machine gunning because all the clans are going to be trying to get their vaults done on Monday. It does slow down between Tuesday and Friday. So we'll try to always have our big dog teams out there. I know between Vanguard and Atrium, they're going to be trying to do the same. So we will be trying to form a shield from the whale teams. It's not going to be guaranteed that you don't get a whale team, but we're going to try to do our best to shield our lower resonance teams from those whale teams. Oh, and please do not complain about campers, guys. It looks bad, sounds bad. It's part of the game, okay? You're getting camped, get good, okay? That's just part of the game. I do not want to see complaints in Shadow or in World Chat about campers. Just GG them and go to the next.
What's up, buddy?
Well, just as a comment,
I don't know, buddy.
what I've
I
learned
didn't
is
see it.
we
I
have our
didn't hear
share
it
of
either.
campers too when we're shadows, so we shouldn't complain
You
about
must have
that.
missed it.
Correct. It's part of the game. There's nothing ever been said that camping is wrong. It's not wrong. It's part of the game. And honestly, like when immortals come in, it's not easy to camp. Camp teams that are good at camping, it's taken them a long time to develop that skill. So, if they're good at it, guys, you're just getting beat by people that are good at camping. I mean, it is what it is. Hell's Angels, that's the only thing that they got left at this point is they got one camp team. Nobody else camps like them in regards to like their toxic mindset. Everyone else is pretty respectful. If you come across Cardi's team has camped from the very beginning, but they're a good team. They're a respectful team, and they're just there to play in PvP. So no reason to get salty at camp teams.
If you guys ever want to learn the recipe for camping, it's not particularly skillful or hard to do either. I mean, for either side. So, I mean, you do it on floor 2 and you get a Frost Wizard as part of your team comp, Frost Wizard and a tank. And you have like 90% of the work done right there. So, figure out how to play against a Frost Wizard and a tank and you'll be fine.
Cool. Any last questions before we break this meeting?
Right.
Okay,
Come
so
on, baby.
last thing I'll close out with.
Your wife
So
again?
for ROE tonight, all of our big dogs are going in tonight. We are going to try to get a W. And then from that point, 15 minutes after will be the challenge of the Immortal. I need, I've already talked to Nug. I need to talk to Vrax. We will have all of our threes teams in the Immortal Alliance Discord to set up for threes. We've got a strategy tonight. We're all going to be working together in order for us to achieve the reign. Going forward into future Shadow Reigns, we are going to be doing things a little bit differently with the way we operate ROE due to the fact that the way they change things with the sigils, or sorry, the marks, we're going to have to address ROE differently. But when we get to that point, we will address it then. So we've got some changes in the mix when it comes to RV. So with that, we're going to close this up. We got an officer meeting here in 10 minutes. So guys, it's been a pleasure, and let's rock and roll, and let's have a fantastic rain for this next go for Legion, everybody.
Or Legion.